Every now and then, I get called in to help a dog that is so overwhelmed outside, they see everything as a threat to their lives and react to the scent, sound, and sight of every dog, as well as certain people. Consequently, they're dangerous to take for walks, and the owners are at a loss what to do. I'm leaving my family home for a couple of days to travel to Sheffield, while I'll be supporting Natalie, a single mum of 3, address her dog Oreo's extreme reactivity towards dogs, as well as her inability to settle at home. Considering Natalie's busy life and Oreo's behaviour being extreme, I'll give a brutally honest assessment on whether rehoming Oreo might be better for all involved. Stay tuned to the end to hear my advice. When meeting Oreo, she immediately invades my space. I explain to Natalie how we're going to address and get to the root of Oreo's issues through a personalised plan that will establish Natalie as a leader, which I break down as a nurturer, an authority figure, a coach, and a protector. This will also build Oreo's confidence in her environment, dogs, certain people, and show her how she should be behaving, not lunging, barking or pulling, and learning to settle. Let's get started. First up is to establish ourselves as authority figures. Part of this can be achieved by deciding when to interact. However, currently Oreo's attention-seeking behaviours have led her to believe she decides when to interact. So I ignore her intrusive behaviour to establish myself as an authority and instruct Natalie to do the same. I ask Natalie to put a collar on Oreo so I can move her away if she becomes too intrusive, which she quickly does when I sit down. So I employ a system called the 3-strike rule. The first strike is to move her off the couch. She comes straight back, so I go to the second strike, which is to take her off the couch and move her further away. She tries again, so this time third strike. I put her in another room for 5 seconds. I repeat the consequence many times, extending time out by 5 seconds with each challenge. She is tenacious, but so am I. So I keep going until she gives up and understands the message not to invade my space.
Probably the most relaxed I've seen her probably ever. And we're saying with a stranger in the house, the cat is on the sofa and she doesn't care.
Next part of leadership is becoming a coach for Oreo. Coaches use practice drills to help players perfect specific actions they perform in a game. We must do similar for Oreo by implementing practice drills for her daily life situations until she perfects what she should be doing, be that walking out the door nicely or walking past a dog calmly. The first drill is getting her harness on. Each time she gets over-aroused, we go back and start again until we can do the drill calmly. Then we put on the muzzle for her safety, as well as for the safety of other dogs. The next drill is to get out the door with Oreo being calm. When Oreo pulls to go out, it is very likely with the intention to deal with perceived threats. So I don't move forward when she pulls, to show her I am making the decisions for her safety. My goal is to get to the front door, to the end of the road, with her calm, not pulling or barking. Every walk should be designed so they are relaxed and listening to you. If she pulls at any point, this shows she may be getting stressed. So I come straight back to the home, wait for her to relax, and start the drill again. With each correction, we get a bit further. This process takes multiple attempts, but eventually I get to the end of the road without her pulling or barking. Now I'll get Natalie to do the same, which is vital, as Oreo must see her as a leader, not me. Natalie is off to a good start by stopping and allowing Oreo to calm. However, she then allows Oreo to take control by getting in front, which has panicked Oreo in the past. As Natalie attempts to take back control, it's too late and Oreo has one of her fits. We go back in again to reset Oreo and improve the drill. Second attempt to get to the end of the road. The lead here again is tense. We need it to be loose and relaxed. So I ask Natalie to go back in the home before Oreo's emotional state heightens any further. Now Natalie is finely tuning her approach by teaching, correcting, and knowing when to go back to calm Oreo. After multiple attempts, she gets to the end without a pull or Oreo freaking out. Now I reveal another element of leadership on Natalie's plan, becoming a dog's protector so they feel safe with you. An example of protector is a bodyguard. Bodyguards protect their clients by choosing flight, freeze, or fight. If your dog is choosing a defense response, they are taking control to protect themselves and possibly you, whereas you should be protecting them. By putting Oreo in the middle, she's being flanked by two bodyguards and so feels more protected, allowing her to relax more. Notice the lead is much more loose. She is doing well, so we carry on going. But notice how the environment changes. It causes Oreo to step up looking around, and she can sense a postman in a high-vis jacket, which always sets her off barking. So I quickly get in front to show her I'm her protector. However, now the postman is coming towards us, so I choose flight and cross the road and get back into the freeze position. Here we watch the postman walk away and Oreo doesn't react. This is significant progress already. Another perceived threat pops up in a high-vis jacket. Oreo gets in front to deal with the situation, so I bring her back to show her I'm doing the job, then aim to get closer. Oreo tries again, and I can hear her breathing get heavier, a clear sign of stress. So this time, I correct her by coming back further and give her more time to calm. She tries to get in front at this point, so I move her back. Now she is calmer. I aim to get as close as she can handle without her reacting. There's a bit of pulling here, but it's not too strange, so I keep on moving. Oreo is learning, and we've just had another successful pass. This is a huge milestone. As we walk back home, Oreo pulls to get in front and reacts at seemingly nothing, which takes me by surprise. So I move her back, reset her, and go back to the situation to see if she's learned. This time she doesn't react, so we move on. And I move her to the other side, guarding her again. We head back home to give Oreo an important break before the next lesson, where we step things up by going to an area where Natalie has pre-arranged with a friend to be stationary with her dog, so we can practice many more lessons by trying to get closer in a controlled environment. This gives Natalie an opportunity to hone her communication and show Oreo that dogs are not threatening. The goal is to get as close as possible and leave with Oreo being calm. First lesson was successful. Now as Oreo gets it right, we are praising and encouraging her to mark her good behaviour. This is adopting the nurturer mindset, the final part of the leadership. Next time we get closer. However, Natalie is not quick enough at retreating and Oreo panics, so we take her back to a comfortable distance. Remember, this is all about Natalie perfecting the timing and her communication. Next go, and we are right on the periphery. Lots of praise going on. Another successful lesson by Natalie here. This time Oreo is lunging forward, so Natalie takes back control. We continue these lessons of showing Oreo not to take control because we will protect her. Many times. Sometimes getting too close too soon. Other times getting it just right. It's a process that requires learning and much self-reflection. Some dogs will take treats. Others, like Oreo, will not at this point. We have to figure out what each dog responds to. But they all need us to have patience, to keep trying and never give up. This is the closest Oreo has ever been to a dog and not barked. A fantastic achievement in such a short time. Seeing progress of Oreo today by being calm at home with people, being calmer on walks, and calmer in the company of other dogs shows we've made some good progress in a short time. Reactivity isn't about having a bad dog, it's a response to stress. And I genuinely believe if Natalie keeps on putting the lessons in, she can do this. It's time for me to say goodbye and travel back home. I let Natalie know that she can call me anytime she needs any further help. Subscribe to see how Natalie and Oreo get on in part 2. Dealing with your dog's reactivity can be a tough task, so if you're struggling, check out my online course for detailed strategies to address all reactive behaviours, where I'll work with you personally to create a plan that suits you and your dog. But hurry, as spaces are limited. And remember, the sooner you start, the quicker you'll start to enjoy walks with your dog again.